right. Good morning. All right. Looks like we had someone here last night saying they were going to try and make it. Good morning, Rebecca. Good to see you. We'll see if some other people stream in here. We'll give a few minutes. I'm a couple minutes late because I had to go feed the cat because I realized she was acting crazy because she was hungry. So I didn't want her bugging me. So today, these are the rocks I'm going to work with. We're going to start from scratch with a brand new design. I don't think I've ever done this before without not thinking it out, planning it out. So we might be on longer. I don't know. Just going to go with the flow. I have the time. But these are kind of smallish. You can kind of see the size in the palm of my hand. And what we're going to make is some snowy covered ornaments. Okay. So good morning. Hi, Carrie. Tammy, Mary Jane, Blaine. Got everybody here from all over the place. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to pick a few of these out, and I am hoping that I remembered to bring over all of the supplies that I needed, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure I forgot something. If I have to get up and run and go get it, I will. So first thing I'm going to do is soapstone pencil. You guys know this. It's a handy new tool. It's probably not going to show up as great on these, but on the ones that have a little bit more color, I'm basically going to, oh goodness, good morning from Scotland, Tammy. Or good evening. It's good evening for you. Good morning for us. Okay, so I am going to just kind of do a circle, thinking Christmas ornament, right? So I'm just kind of giving myself a guide. It's not going to be perfect. And then the little doohickey that's on top, and then the hook, right? So circle, and I'm just going to add this so you can kind of see it. It's very light. Lighting, it's cloudy outside here. So good morning, Tabby. Good to see you. It's cloudy here, so I feel like my lighting is not the best this morning, but we're going to go with it. So circle, a little, I don't even know what you call this doohickey on top of an ornament, but I know you know what I'm talking about. So roughly that's what we've got. Okay, we'll just keep going, get the main shape. And I am going to base coat these with some gesso, so we may have some talk time if things take time to dry. I am a little out of my normal element because at my rock painting table, I have a like a little fan, like a little desk fan, like a tiny one, and I'll put stuff in front of that to dry. I don't have that over here because I didn't want it to make weird noises. So we'll see. We'll see how we do. Got a hole in it. It's now officially known as a doohickey. Correct. Gosh, I'm starting to get such a library. I can't always remember. There is one from one of the old 12 Days of Rocksmith that I think is an ornament and it has joy written on it. But I don't know that I've done a ton of ornaments. So I was thinking of doing some other ones where I could use dotting tools to kind of, not really mandala them, but kind of get some dotting designs on them, I guess. Oh, it does kind of show on here. Okay, so soapstone, getting some circles. And the other thing that I realized I kind of goofed up on is, since we're starting from scratch, and if you do want to paint along, I should probably start telling you what to bring with, right? That one's already got it. If you want to paint along. You may not. You may just want to watch it. Good morning, Donna. You may just want to watch it and come back to it and then paint it. Or what I think I'm going to try and do with this one is download the live stream and then just edit it into a tutorial once I've got it all done. So we'll see. That's a first. I've not done that either. So I guess I should show this to you guys. You guys know this. If you've been around, you know this. So I'm using some Liquitex gesso. I use this as a base coat, not only to help the colors have good coverage and opacity, but it also has kind of a rough is probably not the right word, but it does have a little bit of a rough feeling to it where it gives it some grip for the paint to adhere to. So sometimes these rocks aren't too bad, but sometimes the Mexican beach pebbles, they're so shiny that they're almost slippery. So if you just go straight on with the paint, the first coat of paint is, it's a little, like, it just gets slippery. It slides all over the place. So this kind of gives it something to grip to, which is nice. So I'm going to just fill in all of my circles. They're not perfect circles, but that's okay, because our saying here from years ago is that we embrace the imperfection, right? Get this little guy too. It's okay, I have a little hair on my brush. Get that off. I don't know where that came from. Okay, so there's one down. And I'm just going to fill them in. I have been so busy at work that I've been kind of just too tired in the evenings to do anything, which is a real bummer to me. I don't like that it's robbing my energy to, sometimes in the weekdays I will sneak in some sort of design before bed. And it just kind of is a good note to end the day on for me. But I've just been too tired lately because I'm just very busy at work. I'm a little understaffed and it's just been wearing me out. So I'm sad that it's stealing my painting energy. So I got to find a way to figure that back out. I guess I didn't put all of the stuff on this one. So we'll just add it in like that. Yes, Rebecca, they're unique. There you go. And really, like, think about it. If a little kid finds it in the park, are they going to be like, this circle is not perfectly round? No, they're not. They're going to be so excited that they found a painted rock. That's the thing we have to keep in mind, because I think it is easy to get wrapped up in perfection. So easy to do. And we have to remember that it's for us too. It's maybe stress relief or a creative outlet, which maybe being perfect, maybe, finding that edge of perfection with your stuff is part of that. I'm not judging if you want to do that, but if it's causing you stress, if perfectionism is causing you stress, you gotta let it go. Just take the imperfect circle and go with it. I'm not the only one too tired for work, huh? Oh, good, Tammy. You got it all together. I saw your comment this morning. I was like, oh, I should put that up. Maybe other people will see it. So I will try and do better. I'm thinking, I did get, somebody sent me a message on Facebook the other day asking if I was going to do the 12 days of Rocksmiths. And I haven't done it. I only did it, I think, the first 2 years of the channel. And I haven't done it since, because that was a lot of work. To get 12 days in a row of videos out was just so hard. So I'm protecting my sanity a little bit. Selfish, sorry. But one of the things I've been thinking is these lives aren't terribly hard for me to, come over here and set up the camera by the computer and do them. So maybe I'll do more lives instead, because there are so many fun holiday ideas to do, and then I can just edit them into videos after the fact. And maybe that will be our consolation prize for 12 Days of Rocksmith being retired. That was fun. I loved the excitement of getting on every morning and watching it with you guys in the comments. But I know I couldn't swing it this year with the way things are going at work. So, cat, stop scratching up the chair. Good grief. This cat. So we'll do what we can. Couldn't believe I did it to begin with. It was fun. I think it took off with you guys, the diehard people, but I don't think it took off on much of a broader level. So for the amount of work that went into it, I feel like there are other ways that I can connect with you guys and do fun things with you guys that maybe protect my sanity a little bit. Hello, Paul. Good morning. I gotta keep looking up and keeping my eyes on the comments here, make sure we're doing good. Okay, so just base coating all of our ornaments, and I think we're going to do good drying time with these, because the initial ones are already starting to dry. Yeah, protecting your sanity is a hard thing, Carrie. I feel like, I don't know. Middle age is a weird place to be, and I feel like there's multiple things going on between work being berserk and then the twins being seniors. And like, I feel like I don't want to miss any last anything that they have in high school. And then trying to sort through like the impending, oh my gosh, they're going to graduate and be little adults feeling. How did that happen so fast? So there's all kinds of, it's a strange season of life. But we will power through it and we will save our sanity painting rocks. That's how it's going to go. Okay, so I base coated all the ornaments. I'm not going to do a second coat. I don't think it needs it. I'm just going to leave it at this. And then the colors I grabbed, I was thinking pastels, so let me move these out of the way. What I grabbed was kind of a lavender, a pink. This pink is really light, a blue, and kind of a aqua. It doesn't look as aqua with this blue background, but those are the colors I grabbed. So let's dive in. Since this pink is so light, I think I'm going to put it on this one because it's so light of a background. Or maybe it should be the reverse of that. I should go on a darker one with the pink because we want it to show up good. So we'll put it on this guy, and that's dry. This cat is getting into things in the corner. Don't know what she's doing. All right, so now I'm just going to paint I guess the body of the ornament. This may take 2 coats. So we'll kind of go the rounds and chit chat. This paint is fairly thick. I do like it, the folk art. I have been gradually, I guess, okay, so here's a lesson. The gesso was not completely dry yet. See how it kind of lifted the gesso? You can kind of see it right in here. So that would be a good reason. Make sure your gesso is dry or it will lift back up with the moisture of the paint. So we'll definitely come back and give this guy a second coat, even if the others don't need it. Yep, good job, Jessica. I grabbed one that wasn't dry yet. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that one alone before I make it worse. Leave that guy over here. All right. Oh gosh, good job, Sammy. Here, so you're doing all 3 rocks. Awesome. Paint pens would work for this too. I should have said that. Anything, I mean, you have to use the things that you feel most comfortable with. You know, but paint pens definitely would work for this. Rebecca's taking notes. This one is definitely dry. And you can see how nice the color glides on there. The lighting is making it look quite a bit like the colors are a lot more muted than they look in person. So there will definitely be some follow-up photos of these. Then you can kind of smooth out your circle using your brush. I'm always torn with what brushes to use. I should probably educate myself a little bit, go on YouTube and learn from like real artists and learn about the brushes. But I do like these square tipped ones because you can kind of fan them out and get pretty even lines. So there's a purple. It's definitely imperfect. It's not completely round, but we're not going to fuss about that. Oh, cool. Oh, I didn't know Thule made the pastel brushes or made the brush pens in pastel. Did not know that. I might have to go on my Christmas list. I like those brush pens a lot. I do like taking them to travel because they're very portable. And you don't have to worry about water and rinsing, and oh, that'll be fun. Pastel brush pens. I love it. I have to be careful. I could go out of control because Thule, I love that they kind of curate the color collections for you so you don't have to think. I guess Posca's doing that now too, but I just like the Thule ones better. And they have such pretty colors. I have the blues and purples, but I never did go. I think the other one I would probably do if I was going to get another one of the color ones was, what is it? The reds, pinks and reds. I think I would like that one. I will show the paint bottles. Give me 1 second here. That'll give us a reason to let these dry. I'm going to show you the ones. Well, I think these are thick enough. I can probably do it. Okay, so they are Folk Art Matte. Carrie has an addiction to Thule. Me too. So Folk Art Matte, the aqua one is called Ocean View. I believe I got these I either got them at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I can't remember. This one looks like it's got paint on it. It's light blue. So same thing, Folk Art Matte. And then this one is lavender. And then this one is seashell pink. So this one and another green one is the one that I used on, there was like some rustic or boho ghosts. I think it was last year for Halloween. It was a really popular video. I used that pink on those. Yes, they are acrylic. It's just craft paint, water-based craft paint. Nothing special, not expensive. They're a little more than $1, I think. So they're very affordable. And these are definitely thicker than the Apple Barrel. I think part of the reason I'm getting away from Apple Barrel is that I think my local Walmart is getting away from them because they just are never stocked well. And they were the most affordable. They're definitely usable if that's what you have available to you. They don't last well over time. I noticed they'll get really watery. So the Folk Art has just become a bit of a fun place to go look in that aisle when I'm in Michael's, and it's a little thicker, but I think that also helps it hold up a little better. So I think I'm going to do a couple in this color because out of all of these, this and the purple is my favorite. So we'll do purple and the aqua, get an extra ornament. And Sammy is here to sneeze and say hi.
Hello. Are you doing some rocks?
Yes, making some ornaments.
Ornaments.
Ornaments. You need to go blow your nose, dude.
No.
Yeah. All right.
Carrie, doing designs on the inside?
I'm going to do, they're actually going to be snow-covered ornaments. I know, fun, right?
Did you want Harry Potter?
I am not feeling the Harry Potter at the moment because I feel like that's going to require more art than my poor Sunday morning brain.
No, because all you have to do is put an H.
Hi, Tina. Carrie says hi. Rebecca says hi. Everybody's saying hi to you.
Yay!
All right, I'm going to do this one in purple because I like the purple. It is 9:20.
Ooh.
All right. This purple is really pretty. It almost looks like it doesn't go with the rest because it's a little bit. It's brighter, huh?
Yeah.
But that's okay. Variety is the spice of life.
I have 3.1 inches.
Oh, cool. Sammy has been making wands, Harry Potter wands out of chopsticks and coloring them. There you go. All right. Around here. Okay. Now, oh, I only did one pink. That's okay. One pink, one blue. Purple goes with everything. That is true. It does. Okay, we need to fix this poor friend. It is. You can see it took off some of the paint.
It did.
Thank you, Paul. Just wait till we get the snow on here.
I think the snow would look really good on it because it's like there's a Christmas tree outside and you put ornaments. But
like on a snowy tree.
Yeah.
That's true.
But should we do that?
I don't know. It's hard to judge when we're gonna get snow. That's the hard part.
Yeah, I know, but like the tree right out here.
Which we did get our first snow this week.
Yeah,
we woke up to snow on Friday morning. We woke up to snow. Like
And
barely a dusting, we should say.
At my school, we had like a foot of snow.
Oh, you didn't.
Yes, we did. We had like
Okay.
half a foot.
Tall tale boy.
What do you mean tall tail?
That is a bit of an
Oh
exaggeration.
no! When we before school.
I dropped you off at school. There was not a foot of snow on the ground.
But before school.
After the before school program. Got it.
It was so flurry that it fell down.
You can see this one's not completely got the best coverage.
Yeah.
So one more coat and we'll be good.
Why do you still have Halloween rocks?
Where? Oh, that's true. I forgot to hide that one.
Can you show it?
Sure. That was the very last rock that I had for Halloween, and I forgot to hide it.
Just put it up in your rock collection.
So we'll either save it or,
put it on your shelves.
I mean, how bad would it be to hide a cute off-season rock? I think somebody would still have fun with it.
I just put it on your shelf of rocks.
Okay. It's on the shelf of rocks. That works. Okay, this purple's not quite dry, so let's do this other aqua.
Oh my god. I have an idea for your next rock.
What?
A Super Mario one like that.
Oh my gosh, you are full of the hard ideas. We're all about easy here, okay?
Or are you just going to splat white on it?
No, you'll see. You will see.
Why is this one over here? When do I get more punches?
All right, so that aqua is filled in. I can
What'd you
see,
do?
let's see, this purple, this pink might need another little love.
What'd
These
you do?
two need extra. And I don't, that one's dry enough. We can do the aqua on there.
No, because don't you see like little smears right
Yeah,
there?
that one still needs some more paint.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Like these ones are like drying, but like these
They're more,
they're more coated.
yeah, they're more coated because they have 2 coats on there. So it's solid.
Like those two are just smearing off.
Not smearing, it just didn't, the first coat didn't completely cover.
But you still have your phone stand when you never use it.
Mm.
I want to use it. No.
Okay, let's see. This purple is dry enough.
The reason why is because basketball side doesn't have a basketball setting on there.
Oh, question. How long have I been painting rocks? Okay, let me think.
Before I was born,
No, it was after you were born. You were
Two.
born.
I was 2.
I think you were 2. So I started in 2017. So
Oh
we're-
yeah, I know. Yeah, I did. Do you remember the first time you started?
Can you do the math on that? How many years was that? It's 2024.
2024, 2023, 2022, 2020. Wait, if I was 2 years old,
You're doing the math the hard way, dude.
that would have been that would have been 7 years ago.
Yeah, good job. Okay, so 7 years. Lucky number 7. I've been painting for 7 years. And if you haven't heard the story,
No.
I clearly didn't have a ton of time on my hands then either because I had a toddler. Sammy was only 2 at the time. And I saw there was a news story on our local news about this local rock painting group, and the anchors interviewed the founder of the group, and then they painted a rock with the news station logo on it and hid it somewhere, and someone found it. And so it was just this news story that I was like, oh, that kind of sounds fun. And so we went to Michael's and we got some stuff, and
We got some rocks from outside.
yeah, that's when it started. And here we are. It just became like one of my favorite things to do. So
Are you the only one in the rock group that has a YouTube channel?
I think so. And so that group, I'm now one of the admins. So let me tell you what I'm doing while I'm shaking it up here. So this is a Posca pen. I just found it in the in my stuff. I was looking for something silver-ish or grayish. I have
Yeah.
no idea what condition this pen is in because I haven't used it in a while.
You
we're
never
gonna-
really use your Posca markers. So
Oh gosh, it's not in good shape either. We're gonna have to play with it and see if we can get it to
No, yeah, I know because that was
rejuvenate a bit. But so in 2020, when COVID kind of shut everything down, and in the very early stages of it, we didn't know.
how to hide the rock.
No, we didn't know if it was safe to because
Because
nobody,
everybody had COVID.
but nobody really knew how dangerous or not dangerous or how
dangerous it was to go in like walks.
no, but how you could spread COVID. So
Yeah.
there was a concern that you could potentially leave germs on the rocks and then somebody else could get it. So we just, our whole group, our local group, I'm one of the admins for that group now. And so we just kind of paused hiding rocks because some people were putting them in plastic baggies, but we didn't want to do that for the environment. So we just paused. We just said, let's pause. No hiding, just keep painting. We did some Zoom parties.
Like,
And so in that time, in our house, because the kids were home from school because school got shut down and we were just home a lot, we were watching a lot of YouTube. And I thought, this might be a fun way to keep our local group kind of connected. So that's when the channel was born. And I think I did maybe one video a month for starters, because it was really just to give something to the local group. And then I started learning more about how to, the YouTube best practices, I guess you'd say. So now I'm just going to fill in the ornament part with crummy silver paint. It's not the best.
It's not really good,
but it's going to do
It's going to do it.
It's going to do the trick for us. And so that's how the channel was born. Was more about our local group staying active together.
And it wasn't just like that you wanted to just have a YouTube channel.
No. And now I just kept it up because then in the process I learned that I like the video editing is kind of fun too. So
she's helping me on starting my first thing.
But my one rule has always been that I refuse to let it get stressful. I don't want this to ever get stressful because rock painting is my de-stressor. So I won't allow it to get stressful. So these are barely showing up. I may correct these off the live. Yes, Tammy, it is a 3M. PC3M. So it's kind of thick on the end there. And I'm just using it to fill in where you think about on an ornament where the silver parts are. I also did not bring over here a thin black pen. I might add some little lines to this for detail after. And so, or you could use, I guess I didn't bring gray paint, but you could use a disposable eyeliner brush like this. That's very thin, and some gray paint. That would also work to get this. And then we'll come back and add the details.
Can we redo this?
Possibly.
Can I show them?
Sure. Sammy wants to show you a Darth Vader book that he made.
7 years old and I made this.
So that was 2 years ago.
2 years ago, and I want to remake it and see how better I've gotten at Darth Vader.
Sammy does like to color and draw, so.
The shape of his head is hard. That's the problem.
And I think what we did with that rock is we printed out a paper and traced it on.
Traced it out with the
carbon paper to help give you an outline, right? Okay, that was how I lined out the design. It's a soapstone pencil.
Oh, it actually draws?
Yeah, and it wipes off the rocks if you don't cover it with the paint. Oh, we got one more over here. The silver is super light, so I think I probably will correct this
with like a gold.
Later
With like a silver.
You could do gold. Gold is not a terrible idea. That would be pretty too.
Because a lot of our ornaments have gold.
That's true.
Stuff on it.
So there's that. Did I get them all? I can hardly tell if I got them all because some of them are so light. Okay. Now I'm gonna grab some. I could, if I wanted to, get into the gesso again for more base coat, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna just use. Okay, so this is apple barrel paint. You're shaking the camera. Please don't bump. Just white paint, and I'm gonna take that disposable eyeliner brush and wet it a little bit in my water. And what I'm going to do is create kind of a little drippiness. There's another technical term of snow.
Waves?
No, like if the snow was.
Like why is it going to have snow? Oh no, I get what you're trying to do. That's on a lot of ornaments.
Is it?
Like pretend that there's snow in it. That's what.
Yeah.
Do one as glitter.
I'm going to add glitter on top of this. You're spoiling all the surprises, dude. I'm just going to fill this in with white.
No, what I was thinking of, just put, I'm trying to get some, like, color glitter and then just sprinkle it on so it's like
I don't really do much with loose glitter because I feel like
that's true because it gets all messy.
Yes. And
One,
I want to make sure that the stuff stays on the rock so like no birds eat it, or I guess the resin probably protects it from that, but I'm actually going to get my bigger brush now that I've got the
I'm
design on there.
surprised about something about glitter you haven't done yet.
What?
Saying that you're allergic to it because it gets such a mess.
You using glitter is no surprise. This is true. I do like my sparkles.
Sparkles are cool.
Sparkles
But
are
what if
fun.
you do the glitter and then cover it with resin?
Yeah, I think that probably would protect it
Yeah.
pretty well, but loose glitter's messy. I'm just going to kind of get some paint in here, and then I'll come back with that thinner brush and make sure it's all even.
You're
But
one
that
of the best painters.
thin brush, thank you, is hard to do all the filling in with because it's so little.
I bet you would place, by Bob Ross, you would probably place 20th.
I don't know. I think Bob Ross is pretty talented. I don't think I've got his skills.
Some people do.
And I'm also not too worried about, you can kind of see how there's like almost texture in the lines because this paint needs a little bit of thinning out, but I'm going to put glitter over it and you won't even know it. So
But
I'm not really worried about these lines.
the thing about ornaments are that if I was doing like a bigger rock, like a Santorini or something, I would try and make it 3D.
Ooh, that would be hard.
And then do that.
So that you can see we have a little bit of drippy snow on there, and you can see all those lines and texture. I'm not going to worry about that because, oh yeah, sorry, it is really light. The lighting in here was really tough to get any decent lighting with the cloudiness outside. So you can see that there's texture in the white, but that's okay because we're going to cover it with, eventually when it dries, with the Extreme Hologram glitter paint, and it's got some texture to it too, and it'll cover those lines right up.
What type of glitter you were going to use?
Okay, let's see. Let's do another one. Come down the side.
What? How are you so good at painting? Well, I've been painting as long as you.
Well,
because you're older.
You were littler,
That's
and
true.
I think your motor control was probably a little different at 2.
Because I was literally just playing around with my tool set.
Yes.
In Hot Wheels that I still have.
Yes.
And I should have not gotten. I'm not kidding.
Okay. And then we're just gonna fill in all the way around.
Or one.
Get our snow in. Oh, good. Carrie, your pastel brush pens are. I could see them being really good for this. Was that set they gave 2 in the normal brush pen set? I think they gave 2 whites and 2 blacks. I always appreciate when they do that in their sets because they know that people use them more. So I feel like that's another thing I like about Thule. They give you extra nibs if you ruin or break one or it dries up. They give you extra nibs with every that you order, which other brands you have to like get them separately. And then in some of the colored sets, if they have blacks and whites, they give you extra because they know that you use black and white more often than the others.
Is white a good blending color?
Blending for what? To make things lighter? Or
no, like blending into another color.
Yeah, I guess.
Or if that's in like colored pencils. White's a really good blending color in colored pencils. Because like if you're turning a red to an orange, you do them both and then you use a little bit of white. And then it like looks like it's a transfer. That's what's cool about colored pencils. They get you really detailed and stuff like that.
Cool.
That's why I love them.
Okay. Oh, there's some more snowy ornaments.
Yay.
Okay, yes. You had 2 black and 2 white in yours too. You used up the black and white in your other set. It's easy to do. I think they have a set that you can order all black and white too, which is smart. Like I think that's just, I'm going to shake this up a tad bit more. I think that's smart of them to do that because everybody uses black and white. Like I just ordered a bunch of the Poscas. I just ordered a bunch of the Poscas in the black and white, the Posca PC1 MRs.
Are they like special ones?
They're ones that I write with and I outline with a lot.
Oh, I think I've seen you use those.
So this is really just a squiggly, just create a squiggly. Snow is natural and it doesn't necessarily drip in some sort of perfect pattern. So we're just doing it. What?
Why don't you do it on like this?
On the ornament part, the
Yeah,
silver,
like the silver, because
that part.
it would still get snowed on.
Well,
or is it because it's on the tree and it never?
The snow is technically like a design. It's on the ornament itself. It's not supposed to be like real snow. Too. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it on some of the ornaments.
So it wouldn't be on the little silver part that holds it up.
I get what you mean.
Okay, let's fill this guy in. This is probably good. We're getting time in between because this white definitely takes a while to dry.
Yeah, it does.
And I'm starting to see where you might need a little extra coat. Like on this one, there's some missed spots. That's okay. Let's see. Okay, so there's another one. Let me hold that up so you guys can see them. So it's just drippy drips down the side of the ornament. 3 more to go. And let's do on the side of this one. This would be another part of the design where a paint pen would be quite handy if you don't feel like you love these little tiny brushes. You might have a little bit more control with a paint pen. And I think I might actually have one over here by accident. Maybe we'll try and do one with at least the outline of it. Or the other thing we could do is we could use, so the last two we'll experiment. We could use the soapstone pencil to line it out so that you have a little more control getting your drips on there, and then you just have to fill them in. And the soapstone pencil, it wipes right off if you don't like what you've laid down. That's kind of cool. So let's fill in these little drippy drips. And get the bigger brush. These drips look a little funny to me on this one, but get some paint in there, fill them in. I feel like some of them should be a little more pointy or something. But this brush is definitely not the one. Oh, good idea, Tammy. So Tammy's having an easier time doing it upside down. So there's another power tip. Make some of these a little more pointy of their drippiness. That's a really good idea. So, okay. So let's experiment with, I'm going to do the soapstone pencil on the purple because I think it'll show up better. So we're just going to draw on our drip here. To give an outline of what I want to do. So it's really light, I know. But if you draw it on, then you have kind of your line that you're following, and that makes it a little easier.
Did that in all of them?
Let's go upside down, like Tammy said, and see if that helps.
You did going upside down, did you?
She was saying that was helping her get her
lines together. Like it's an M, but really curvy.
Yeah, because drips are kind of curvy, right?
These are one of the things I like using.
Where'd you get those from?
These are from like one of my little paint things I won at a raffle.
Oh.
I like these because they I've used them once, but they show up really nicely and they coat it really good. They coat a rock really good too.
Good.
That's
That's
what I
cool.
like these ones.
Okay.
I
let's
just
see.
don't know the brand of them.
So I definitely think that was easier to be filling in the design. And I think we got some good shape out of it by doing it with the
You
pencil
did.
first. So lesson learned at the end, right? That's always the way it goes.
Oh, that was the last one. Or
Not the
second
last one,
That
second
was
to last
to
one.
last one.
But that's where the lessons are always at the end. Hindsight's
Yeah.
2020.
Because see, these ones don't have like.
They're not
good-
as
They're as
not as drippy.
Drippy.
So you can see how that one came out.
It's better than it's because you just
And
started painting.
then let's try. Let me see if this pen has any juice in it. This is a Posca PC1MR. And they have these cool. Oh, this might be a rough pen.
Yeah, you
We'll
could already
see.
tell.
Let's see.
You can tell already.
It might work. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect because it's just gonna get us our drips on. Oh yeah, it works.
Daisy.
Okay, so we got some drips on with a Posca PC1MR. Okay. Oh, the pastel set doesn't have the black and white. It was the basics. Yes, I do remember it in the basics. They should almost do like a gray and a cream in the pastel. Then it would make sense with the pastel set. And then, so this worked too. So I think I highly recommend either the soapstone pencil or a chalk pencil, or even a pencil, normal pencil, to get your drips drawn on rather than relying on the eyeliner brush. I think it gives you a better shape to work with, and you have a little bit more control holding a pen or pencil than you do with these.
Daisy's watching.
The cat is
watching us.
She is perched on a stool watching us. That's funny. As long as she doesn't jump over here, we're good.
As long as she jumps over here. But she was literally on the desk.
Oh, she went away. We're boring, so she left.
She likes watching TV though. She loves it actually.
Yeah, so Carrie was lining with her Posca too. I wish Thule would come out with, and I don't know if Posca has like a copyright on the technology of whatever that the tip is on these Posca PC1MRs. But if Thule came out with that, I would never buy anything else again, I think.
You would only buy Posca?
No, I would only buy Thule because I love the tip on those Posca PC1MRs.
I like Thule art because they color in really good. Because I used those on one of my Santorini's once and it worked out really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think Posca would still beat it right now. Kitty.
Okay. Okay, so go let her in. Yeah. So I think definitely using either the pencil or a pen to line it out is going to help. I'm just going to come back and fill. Some of these are not completely covered, and it may or may not show through on the glitter. So I'm just going to patch up some of these that have a little bit of paint showing through so that it's got that white coverage, which I guess snow, if we're going for the natural look, might not have that either. Oh, I do know what I forgot. Can you go look up on my painting spot and see if you can find the green dotting tool?
The green?
Green dotting tool. That's the one I like.
Like the swirlies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, because that's the one I like. I like to put glitter on with that one.
Yeah.
I forgot it. I only forgot one thing, guys. That's not bad. I haven't had any coffee yet either. We are doing good. It should be up on the where I paint, I think. Up on the counter. Thank you. Good thing I had a little helper this morning. He's handy. That's the one. Good job.
It was under all the papers, so I couldn't see it at first.
Okay. Just filling in some of this white see-through.
You're right. This one does work really good too.
Yes.
You can see.
Yeah, you can tell I've used it a lot.
Yeah, you can tell she's used it a lot. Not a lot of this side, but mostly this side.
That side.
Why do you like the fat side so much? Because it gets
It's
more done.
just about the right size for the glitter most of the time.
This is like the size of the glitter.
So I use that to put glitter on a lot of the time.
But I would say these are really helpful because you draw it out and these are easy to go off. Too. You can just wipe it off a rock. Am I right?
Yes, it's kind of like, it looks like chalk kind of, but it wipes off easier than the chalk pencils.
Chalk pencils are kind of.
Embrace the imperfections. You got it. There's definitely a lot of texture in this snow because of the brush that I'm using, and this white paint, I think, is on its last leg.
It's almost over.
I think I need to
That's a really old thing of paint too.
Maybe get a folk art white paint is what I need.
All we need is like some new paint because most of her paints are about to go out.
And I'm not planning on outlining these in black or anything because I wanted them to stay soft. I want them
to look
to have this, the soft pastel colors.
Because I've never seen a ornament with a black outline.
Well, it might, but I want these to have kind of a soft look because of the snow and the pastel colors.
A real ornament can't have an
outline. No.
Unless it's on the top and the bottom.
But sometimes you want things to just pop on the rocks.
That's true. Is that a snowboard?
No, it's a skateboard.
Why do you have a skateboard?
It's a piece of art. Daddy gave it to me.
For how much?
I don't know. It was a present. Okay.
So that's not able to be used.
Put the white paint away. And I'm going to kind of I should have paid attention to which ones of those I touched up first, but we're going to come back to this extreme hologram glitter paint. I'm adding to my manicure here. It looks like I have a Christmas tree on my nail. No, they're okay.
Okay.
And then I usually, like you see me, I just paint out of the caps. That's a trick my mom does. I don't know how much you can see in here, but it's definitely
in there.
It looks kind of like
glitter.
Looks kind of like Elmer's glue with glitter in it. A lot of the glitter paints look like watered down Elmer's glue to me. And I usually use the fat end of a dotting tool to put it on so it gets on nice and thick. And then if you need to get down in the corners, you can use another end. I saw a video, Jadelle Rocks. She does like all mandalas and stuff. And she was showing how you can clean your dotting tools. You soak them and then use like a magic eraser. And I used to do that. And now I kind of consider this stuff like a badge of honor, like how dirty it is. That means it's well loved. I don't have time to clean them. I just leave them dirty and go with it. So I'm just going to pull some glitter paint out and I just kind of dot it on. You can go kind of thick and then just drag it around. And this is going to add some sparkle to our snow. And if it overhangs the white a little bit, not the end of the world. It's sparkly and then it dries clear. And I would say that the glitter in this one is kind of iridescent. It kind of has an iridescent shine to it. So it looks really pretty with purples and blues and greens. But this particular one, I use it on anything. This is like my all-purpose glitter paint. That's why I have a big bottle, because it, in my mind, goes with anything. So if you were only allowed to buy one glitter paint, hold on, Carrie, I'll show it to you in just a sec. If you only were going to buy one glitter paint, this would be the one I recommend because I use it all the time with just about any color. And
it's a really nice coating.
And then you can see it's on there thick.
So it looks like snow.
Yep.
That's how a real ornament looks, but it has.
Yeah, if it has the glittery stuff on the ornament.
That's literally what it looks like.
Okay, so it's kind of thick and you can see where I missed a few spots when it's up here. So we can fix that there. And then let me show you the paint real quick here. Wipe this off.
Oh, with the brand name?
Okay, so this is also folk art. Ooh, don't dump it. almost stumped it. It's Folk Art Extreme. I guess it's Extreme Glitter
Hologram.
Paint, and the color is Hologram. So, but I just love this stuff. It is some of it drying. Oh, here's a good way to see how it dries. Came out of the cap. It kind of dries. Ah, here, come on. Iridescent. You can see the sparkle. It's wonderful for snow. It's perfect for snow.
Snow shine.
Yes, but it looks good at going over colors also. It's very, it's just very versatile. That's the good word for it. It's very versatile.
One of my favorite paints is like the neon ones.
Yeah,
I
it
like
can be
neon.
tricky.
Like a Korean neon and some stuff.
I like neon too, but neon is
It's
very
like hard to
get good
Yeah.
solid coverage because it's so see-through.
yeah. The reason why I like it is because if you put like a normal red, you get a neon red, you can put a coating on it and it looks neon red. That's what I like doing.
And if you don't feel comfortable doing this with a dotting tool, you don't have to. This is just me being overzealous and liking it really thick. You can do it with a brush. You can also use like a disposable eyeliner brush to make sure your edges, like those areas I cleaned up on the last one, if it didn't quite get to the edge of the snow, the little eyeliner brushes work really well to pull it and make sure your edges are covered. And then you don't have to feel too guilty about throwing it away if you can't get it cleaned out. Those disposable eyeliner brushes, I think I bought my first pack several years ago, and I'm not even halfway. I'm not even a quarter of the way through it. There's like 100 of them in a pack for like $6 or $7, and I reuse them. I don't throw them away after each use. I use them until they die. I feel a little better about that. And then, but glitter paint sometimes can be hard to clean out of them. So if you do use it for glitter paint, you use an old one, that's on its way to its demise anyway, and then you can just throw it away. But let me show you. And this one kind of is on its last leg, but you can use it to kind of pull it around the edges. I'll try and go up closer here. I really need to figure out a better lighting situation for these lives. Or maybe I need to figure out what I probably need to figure out is how to film from my normal painting area, because I have a lot of lights over there for the normal videos. So maybe I need to do some experimenting with that. But you're probably going to guess where I got the inspiration for these from. It was cookies again. I saw some cookies on Pinterest, and they were slightly different. I think they were meant to look like ice cream dripping, because in the snowy part, they also had sprinkles. And I debated about doing that, but I thought just the snow would be fun on the ornaments. And you could also go totally different colors. If you didn't want to do the pastels, you could do bright colors. You could do like gold and silver would be pretty. Black would be pretty. Red and green, the traditional stuff. Blue, ooh, bright blue. That would be pretty, like Frozen. That would be really neat. So lots of options. I think a lot of my designs, you could switch up the colors. If you hate the colors that I use, you could always switch them up and use something different. Okay. Let me get my little brush over here. Just clean up the edges. Edges are not always the easiest with the dotting tool, so this can help with that. All right. Ooh, I can't wait. This purple one's starting to dry. You can kind of see how it's going to look. So the silvery parts definitely need help. I need to come back with a better paint. That poor pen was on a wing and a prayer that would have worked. that pen's on its last leg. So that will probably not survive, not go back in the shelf. I have a hard time throwing stuff away. I blame my mother. Especially these pens, because they aren't cheap. The pens aren't cheap, so I don't want to throw them away. But sometimes if you don't use them, that's another thing with paint pens. If you don't use them, they may not keep as well, and you have to give them a little extra TLC for them to come back to life for you. So that's why I try to refrain not to buy every single set that Thule puts out, because I know I won't use it all the time. But I really love that neon set that I got. The only bad part about their neon ones, and probably any neon, is that they're like, they put a disclaimer on it that it's not going to hold up in the sunlight. So you have to hope that those ones get picked up and kept and taken inside, because they probably experience some massive fading just because of the nature of the paint. And I think that's probably hard to design a neon paint that doesn't do that, just because of the lightness of them, I guess. But they really are the prettiest markers or paint pens. They're really bright, and the latest set I got has, I want to say it has, there's at least 24 pens in it. There's a lot of colors, so a lot of variations of the different neons too, which is cool. So you have some lighter ones and brighter ones and darker ones. Maybe this glitter paint is actually adding to the drippiness of the snow, because it's adding almost like a texture to it, sort of. This drippy's a little weird on this one. But you can see I'm getting a little more speed as I'm figuring out the best method to do this. It goes a little faster. And I am slathering it on here, so these are going to take probably over an hour to dry because it's on here pretty thick, but it's going to look really cool when it does dry. So my pen. Yeah, Carrie likes using the dotting tool too. It does give it texture, and like if you do mandalas and you add any of this, it's just kind of an extra flair. You could feel it. I kind of like that feeling on a mandala, that you can feel the dots. And these will definitely, I think even through the resin, you'll be able to feel the snow. And that's good, because that's exactly what it should be. It should have that feeling, and it'll be more realistic, or at least more like the ornaments you find in the store, right? And this extreme hologram glitter paint, I've gotten this at Walmart, I think. This last big bottle I got at Walmart. They didn't have the small bottle, so I got the big one because I knew I'd use it. But I've seen it at Michael's. I'm sure Hobby Lobby has it too. Hobby Lobby has a lot of paint. Last time I went there, I didn't realize it, but somebody had spilled orange paint on the ground, and I walked right through it. And so I tracked it with my shoe, and now my shoe has orange paint on it. This craft paint does not come out easily once it dries if it gets on material, even though it's water-based. It just, I suppose that'd be kind of a fun test. Like if you could paint could you paint like a shirt, a design on like a t-shirt, and would it hold up in the wash? Because I know the shirts that I've gotten some of it on, and granted I have not attempted to get it off either, but it stays on there through the washer and the dryer. So those are my paint shirts. I have shirts I can wear when I paint. Oh yes, we should have put Christmas music on. I need to play with that. I think you can put music on in the background of this. I should toy around with that and see how that works. Okay, so we've got all of our little guys, and they're drying. It's going to take a while to dry, but you can see, like, this purple one was the first one. It's starting to dry, and you can see the sparkle. Once I fix the sad silver, we're going to call it the sad silver because it's a sad situation. I'll either go gray or silver. I do have some silver paint that could do it. But it just, that marker didn't have enough oomph in it to give us what we needed. And these rocks are pretty grayish silver, so maybe I will go gold. I don't know. We'll see. Something that will show up. But they're starting to dry. I think the further I got along, the thicker the paint got, or the glitter paint. But I think these are going to be fun. So I will definitely, I think I'm going to try and edit this video if the quality is good enough. I don't love the lighting on it, but I'll try and edit it down for a regular tutorial if anybody wants to come back to it. And then at the end of that, I'll include what they look like so that you can see them fully sparkling and resiny and beautiful. We did do it in about an hour, but thanks for coming to hang out with Sammy and I. And I will start putting my mind to some more lives that we can do in lieu of the 12 Days of Rocksmiths. I had thought about trying to do a 12 Days of Rocksmiths with the shorts, the vertical shorts, because they're shorter and kind of easier to do, but even that seems kind of daunting at the moment. So I will start putting my head together, and maybe we can pull off weekly lives. I don't know. We'll see. But I will try and post it, at least a couple of days in advance and put a community post up so that you guys know that it's happening so you don't miss it. He is a good team member for sure, Tammy. Thank you guys for coming to hang out, and go paint some more rocks. Enjoy your Sunday, the rest of your Sunday. I hope you don't have to go to work tomorrow like me. Have a great weekend, and I will see you on the internet. Take care, everybody.